Bonjour les amis, this is Bogdan again, and today's topic is private blogging networks, PBNs. So how they work and why are they actually used. So I'm starting my discussion here. I invite you to join. You can submit your comments here, or if you have questions, please drop me an email. You can find my contacts also here. So I'm starting this one about PBNs with short definition. So this is actually a bunch of websites that you control, that work under your work towards your goals of supplying links and links power page rank to your money sites or your principal websites. So that is how you actually make your money site visible in Google top spots, and this is how you don't give any money, you don't work towards earning links from others, you just do it for yourself. Is it manipulative practice? Yes, it is. It is contrary to the Google's webmasters guidelines. It's quite clear. Why I'm telling this video, why I'm making this video, I'm telling this stuff to you. First of all, I want to state my case that I have been using PBNs. I've been developing PBNs with hundreds and hundreds of websites my own. I'm not proud of it. Obviously, I'm not doing it any longer, but I have this vast experience, big practice in the past. And I want to make clear to you that I'm not consulting on PBNs. So if you want to consult with me, I'm not doing it anyway. But what I can help you with is when you would like to purchase a website, affiliate website, or affiliate casino, which may contain PBN web links to it, I can help you spot these kind of patterns and try to get rid of these particular risks associated with it. So this is clean and clear statement of what I'm doing. So let's talk about why why it doesn't matter, PBNs in gambling, in affiliate marketing on the whole, and why it's even used. First of all, PBNs are used when there's a particular or evident scarcity of sources for normal links. What we know for normal links is a link as a sign of of trust, of power. So if you cannot get any signs of trust and justification of your good content, good quality of your website, you go for these PBNs, because it happens in the industries which are by definition hostile, where lots of people, lots of guys would compete with each other, and you cannot really try to entice them to put links to your website for good just like this. So such hostile, very competitive industries like gambling are naturally made for PBNs, and lots of guys know it. The majority of websites, I can tell, in the Google index use it, especially in the top pages of Google, use PBNs, but they are not really easy to trace, easy to spot. Now that we understand how they basically work, that they are manipulative, they are against the guidelines, we can talk about the practical aspects, how to, a couple of words for you to understand how people build them and what it takes to build them. So effectively, it starts from the purchase of domains. It all starts with building the circle of domains that would link to you. So to build it up, you need to find a proper domain. This is a number one problem, because when this industry is full of PBNs and this practice is widespread, there will be a lack of proper domains. But on paper, just in theory, you may find a good expired domain by checking websites or expired domains or elsewhere. I will not discuss it in length here, but there will be, there are places you can spy for expired domains, or you can buy, for example, auction domains, and this is where you get those domains. So you go to register for them for yourself. Un second. Salvadorчик, Shah, shh, attends. You go to register them for yourself and acquire ownership of them. So secondly, you want to go for content. So content will be there will be two types of content. First, you can either resurrect or just recreate the site as it was, or you can create a new website with a whole new bunch of content on the base of this domain. These are different techniques. They are also, well, but it's obviously it's time consuming and it takes some efforts and money to do both or either of them, you know. Well, when we talk about content, the content has to be sufficient. So if you do a new content, you at least have to make couples of tens, maybe 10s, 20s, 30s pages on this website. You have to let some time go. You have to put links to different other, you know, resources before you may even think about putting a link to your money site. When it comes to resurrection, it's easier, but you have to recreate all this structure, which is time consuming and requires very scrupulous, very accurate work, because if you get the broken pages, some link juice may spill. All right. So what about the recency? How it actually works? So starting from the stage 1, when you bought the domain, to the stage 3, when you get to put your link, at least you have to allow for 10 maybe weeks, couple of months, 2 or 3 months before you can put a link, because it will obviously require time to rebuild this website and time for Google to index it again. So it will be really good if you wait for this time not to put links in the first place, because it will be suspicious, might be suspicious. All right, what is the cost of this business? So it can take different costs, but if you think it's actually cheap, it is not. Starting from finding a proper domain to resurrecting or rebuilding it with a new content, it takes money, and which also takes money is that the hosting of this domain, which is a whole different story, because hosting of this domain has not to be suspicious to Google. It's not just hosting of one site. If you have hosting of one site, if you have hundreds and hundreds of these domains, you may employ a special kind of hosting, which will be not connected to you somehow, and Google would not try to spy a connection between this website, which is a special procedure. I will not really develop it here, but still you might understand that it takes money. So the hosting of this thing is at least $5 per month per each domain. This is the cheapest price in terms of the content. It also takes the good content most of the time, but just to give you the idea, it probably costs about at least $150-200 to set up this link in the first year, and then to at least $50-70 in the second year, maybe the same amount in the second year if you try to put try to add more content on this website and so on. So it's not that, you know, actually cheap. It is comparable actually in price for a good guest post link, maybe 300-400 euros for the ownership of this domain in the first 2 years. This is the reality, but in the industries where the actual lack of links, lack of possibilities, it may be viable, it doesn't mean this is right or this is tolerable in the eyes of Google. All right. So then there are also things called multi-levels and redirects, the more advanced practices of building, you know, when you put redirects on your domains and then put some levels of these domains before putting link to your money site. This is a kind of advanced topic. I will not also touch it here. And finally, what are the protective measures? Because you don't want your competitor as well as Google to spy the whole network, because whole network can be burnt like this in 1 minute, and you will be penalized, and all your money, and this is thousands and thousands of dollars or euros. I know it. I've been witnessing my networks penalized. I know what I'm talking about. So you will try to protect them by, you know, closing them from indexing all the major robots, all the major SEO analyzing softwares, including Ahrefs and SEMrush and so on. This is why it's really hard to spy on your competitors' PBNs, try to find the pattern and so on, but it is also possible. So is it even practical? Why people use it? I may absolutely claim that this is practical and this is effective. You can reach Google top page, number one spot on most competitive keywords using this technique, and it will probably take a big budget of tens of thousands, maybe closer to 100,000 euros, but it is worth the cost. And the idea is that I've been making some experiments by adding and removing these PBN links, and I have seen particular dependence. When I removed hundreds of these links from my website, I would see this even when I was thinking this might be not the best of my PBNs, maybe not the best of my links, I can see the ranking would drop, and the effect is is practically linear. All right, so why is it dangerous? I'm talking about it. So dangerous is that if you purchase an affiliate website which attracts some traffic, and you pay several hundreds, close maybe even to €1 million for, maybe even several millions for the website, and you will be surprised to find that it was built on a PBN or several PBNs, and you only would buy the domain and all the stuff with it, but not PBNs. So at one good day, you will see this ranking will drop and the traffic will stop practically, because it was built on PBN. So it's vital in the very beginning to understand how it was made, the link wise, SEO wise, and to try to minimize your risks. So it concerns affiliate sites and casino sites also. So it maybe take some audit, it maybe also involve some copyright infringement if the domains that people who make these PBNs, the domains that they use contain the copyrighted names and so on. It may cause you big problems if you not being able to spy them in the first place. So thank you for watching. If you find this interesting, if you have your experience on PBNs, how to use them in gambling and affiliate sites and so on, I invite you to comment here. And if you have questions, you can find my email also. Thanks. Bye.